Hi everyone!
Hello, hello.
Welcome back to our weekly Sunday reading sprint. And as usual, we're going to spend the first few minutes as we wait for people to come in to do some promotions. Let's see. Also, I'm going to check if the YouTube is working. And it is. Please.
I feel like
Hmm?
we're both
We're both taking photos. Hi, Elena. Good morning to you. How are you? I feel like I haven't seen you, at least in the sprints that I have been hosting. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. How
Hi,
have you been?
Elena. I saw Elena, I think, during one of the sprints.
There's
Was
all
it
the
my? Oh,
sprints.
wait. I think it was Sina, not Elena. Hold on.
How
I'm
is
getting the
everyone?
link.
Link.
Nice.
Hi, Sina. How are you? Are you gonna be reading with us today?
Hi, Sina. Welcome back.
Girl, reading sprints. I'm glad you're good, Elena. It's been kind of uh I feel like I've only been doing lives recently, which I actually am. That's the only thing I've been doing, but I feel like I'm slowly starting to get back into reading, and hopefully that means I could go and actually upload videos more. My week got even more disastrous. Oh no, what happened? Hopefully everything is all good now. Like everything has been resolved. If not, well, we wish you all the best luck and fighting power for whatever it is that you're going through. But yeah, hopefully, I mean, this time can kind of help you relax a little bit, help you distress from your apparently disastrous week. Just like spending a couple of hours reading. Let me actually just focus on this. I can post it. Hi, Chandra. Good evening.
Hi, Chandra. This is your first time with us. So welcome.
Are you also going to be reading with us? If so, let us know in the chat what you're going to be reading. Hi, Kat.
And I hope
Our
you all are
regulars.
dry. Yes, safe and
Yes.
dry.
Thankfully, here where I am in Metro Manila, it's not super, at least in my area so far, it's been like on and off,
Mm.
strong-ish rain, but not intense. Like I don't hear the rain when the windows are closed and stuff like that.
I don't
But
know if it's
hopefully,
heard actually, but it is raining really hard right now. So it's been
oh, I
raining the
don't
whole
the whole
afternoon.
day.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't hear it. So
The
either
noise
noise
cancellation, I guess,
cancellation
works.
is working
So
really hard.
sorry, I
I'm
have to
just
put my hair up because the
sharing
wind
it
is
on Discord.
winding.
Yes, I'll be reading Butter by
Ooh,
Sako
oh my gosh.
Yusuke.
Where, how far are you in? And why are
I
you
want to
not
read it.
DNFing this yet?
Oh yeah, I
No,
remember
no,
that
no,
you're
it's
not
more of like
like
how. Not how, not
yeah.
why. More of like because I was also reading this like months ago. I was supposed to
You
read
did
it
finish it,
for
right?
Asian
No.
Rhythm.
Did you?
No, I
Oh,
put it
you didn't.
down because I was like,
Oh,
I this is so slow, and I feel like it would just put me in a slump because everything is so slow, like
yeah.
nothing's happening.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I have an audiobook for it, it would be
Mm.
easier to go through it. Because, like, lots of
Because
descriptions of food,
yeah.
like, a lot of setting up in the beginning. Wait, have you read it? Because I know you bought the copy of the book.
No, no, I haven't read it. I just bought it. But I did see recently a couple of people on BookTube have been reading it, so now I'm like, oh, should I read it? But then I also saw. I remember that you weren't really liking it that much when you were reading it. But then the stuff that I saw is like the kind of like people that I know I kind of have the same reading taste
Mm,
with. They kind of like
like
it,
that.
so I'm like,
Mm.
maybe this could be good for me. But I haven't, so I'm gonna read it anyway at some point.
Yeah, because, like, I feel like I okay, I didn't DNF it completely. Like, it's
Mm,
just there as currently reading.
soft DNF, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I feel like it's really just a matter of mood for me.
Mm,
Like, am I in the mood for a really slow book? Because, like,
yeah.
ugh, I don't know. I hope you're
Shiner
like,
got it off Libby after waiting for a while. Now I'm nervous, but then again, I've been DNFing a lot of books from a certain library.
mm,
Well, you can still give it a try. I hope you still give it a try. And maybe, who knows, maybe you like it. Maybe it's the type of book
yeah, I'll
for
wait
you.
for
It's the
your
right
thoughts,
time.
actually.
Yes, keep us updated during the sprints. I'll be eating dinner in the first sprint. I'll be reading Sikhe Horror by Yvette
Shit, I
Tan.
haven't started. Like, I haven't finished it yet.
I
Really.
wanted to join because I know that this book is like the book club pick for Aktang Pinoy. I want to join, but I'm going to Sikihor in January. So I feel like it would
Yeah.
be a crime to not read Sikihor in Sikihor. So I'm like,
Just reread it.
read
Or, like, leave like
like a
two
couple.
stories. Leave
Yeah.
two stories to bring with you to Sikihor.
Uh, well, now that we're talking about books, why don't we share the books that we are going to be reading for today's sprint? So, for anyone who's new here, we do usually 4 to 5 sprints, 30 minutes each, and then we have like a chat timer of 8 minutes, just so we can keep things controlled and we can focus on reading. But yeah, I am going to be reading Open Water by Caleb Azuma Nelson. This is
Ooh, that's my
actually
TBR.
this is actually a book that I started reading. Like I was already on page 40, which is 25% of the book. It's a short-ish book, but I put it down because at the time I wasn't really vibing with it. It gave me a lot. Like it's very similar in terms of storytelling style to Sally Rooney's Normal People, and I'm not a big fan of normal people, or I feel like
Mm,
I read it at the wrong time or
yeah,
the
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
like frame of mind. So I put this down because I wasn't like in that mood. But now I feel like I'm ready to give it another go. It's also part of my 12 friends, 12 Rex challenge. I'm like, I'm in the last 2 months. I need to read it. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be reading. I think I'm gonna start like I'm gonna skim through the first few chapters just to remind myself of what I've already read, and then I'm gonna pick it up back on like page 40. How about you? What are you gonna be
Wait,
reading?
where are you starting from? In open water?
I'm technically on page 40, but I think I'm gonna skim at least the last couple of chapters just to sort of remind myself because it's been a while since I read it. I think it's been like 3 months or 4 months.
Okay, okay. But you're not gonna start all over again.
If I don't remember much, I might. But if things start clicking into place as I skim through the last couple of pages, then I won't. How about you? What are you going to be reading?
I will continue to read Hawaii City by Claire Batita de Guzman. I have been reading this afternoon, but I was
Mm.
like, I think my brain is more of like, okay, you'll do a lot of reading later. So I did other stuff this afternoon. But I'm gonna be starting on page 200 tonight, and I hope I get to my goal page, which is 295, at least
Oh,
tonight. So let's see. Let's see. So I'm currently in part two of the book. So things are slowly starting to pick up because I think all of the characters now are in Hawaii City. Like Marina and Carmen just got here, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, let's go. What's gonna happen? Are they all gonna meet? What
Sina is
is
gonna be reading Sapling Cage. Haven't
Sapling
gotten
Cage?
around to reading it since Friday. I don't know
Because this is
Sapling
the
Cage.
book
Okay, let
that I
me.
asked her to. She was having a hard time deciding what to read,
Hmm.
so she gave options, and I was like, Sapling
Oh,
Cage is queer, so I'm
yeah.
like, I'm here
And
for
that
it.
cover, the cover looks so good.
So
It's a
nice. I'm like,
witchy. It's a witchy book. When the coven comes to claim her best friend, Laurel disguises herself. Ooh. Ooh, very interesting. I'm gonna
another
add to
series though.
my TBR. What's new? What's new? Luckily enough, everyone is mostly okay now, but a family member had a medical emergency. Well, I'm glad to hear that things are looking up and hopefully they stay that way. Sending you all of the good vibes. But yeah, definitely use this time to relax and distress. Oh, Shibam, I love Sikihor, so yes, please read Sikihor there. I definitely will. Like I already when I bought that book, I knew I was gonna read it in Sikihor, so unfortunately, I'm not gonna read it now. Hi, Dan.
Hi,
Hello.
Dixie.
Welcome. Are you gonna be reading with us? What are you gonna be reading? Let us know in the chat. Hi, Sai.
Oh,
It's gonna
Stolen
be a stolen
City. Oh my gosh, I was. This was on my TBR for Akdang Pinoy, I think,
city.
or Asian Readathon
Stolen
because
city.
I borrowed it in Libby.
Oh, YA fantasy. Is
But I
this
know Eliza Bonin has another. Is it Tabla? Wait, no. I think I'm mixing my authors.
this is local? This Filipino book?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
It's a Filipino author.
okay. I'm
Wait,
gonna
who
add
is
it
the
in.
author of Tablay? Ah, okay, okay. I am mixing up authors. But I know Eliza Bonin also has another book that was on my TBR.
It's like
Dauntless. Dauntless.
Dauntless. Okay. Oh, I love her covers. Okay. Lovely, Dark and Deep is the one that I saw recently by her. It's a upcoming release, I believe.
Yeah,
Because I think
yeah.
it
I
was Sai
think
that was
someone
also
read
reading
it.
it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I was waiting for it
I'll
on Libby as well.
I'll be reading The Age of Magical Overthinking. I've been cooking dinner, currently at chapter 8, and hopefully we'll reach a chapter for Sprint 1. Well,
Ooh,
what
I
are you
wanted to
cooking?
read this book so much because the
I
cover is
read
also really nice.
Yeah, I read Cultish by the same author, and I've been
Yeah.
wanting to read the other one, like Word Slot. I'm not like I don't think I have this book in my TBR, but I have it in my wish list just because of the cover. I'm actually also kind of cooking dinner, like I'm just baking stuff, so I might also do a little bit of that during our sprint. So I'm doing meal prep for the week. Like I have a bunch of
Ooh,
Tupperwares already of stuff that I've meal prepped.
for the whole week.
Yeah, for the whole week. Excited for both your tour stops. Which one? Tour stops for Way City. Yes. Mine is on Tuesday. Yours is on the 23rd. Is it the 23rd? I forgot. Central Fantasy. I bought it from NBS with the Tweets Fair for a paperback. Ooh, that's a really good price. I hope you like it. Got an ER for Lovely, Dark, and Deep too. How was Cultish for you? I really like Cultish.
Mm,
It's very academically written, but there's a certain personality to the way that it's written, so it's not boring to read. But it's definitely it has an academic tone that it cites a bunch of like research, a
yeah.
bunch of other papers and things like other books, other frameworks. So I feel like for me, it was good to kind of get some foundational knowledge on that, and then I got interested and like started googling more. So I feel like it was done quite accessible, in a way that's quite accessible for people wanting to learn more about cultish behavior and
Yeah,
why
how, yeah, yeah.
people will
Fall
how
for
people
them.
can be susceptible to cults. Like
Mm,
even if you feel like those
wait.
types of people aren't like susceptible.
What was my
Discover
rating
Marshall
for
Sad.
this book? Because I read it years ago. I think I vividly remember that my only qualm about this book is that it focused too much on the Western
Yeah, yeah,
cults, not much on like other countries. I don't even
yeah.
remember them mentioning Japan. Japan also has a lot of cults
Yeah, they
there.
do.
So
I think
I think that
in
was my only
passing,
issue.
I think in passing they did mention that. But I guess in a way, it's also interesting because there's just so much thing like so much so many cults that you can't really like put them all in one book. So it's also nice that she just focused on geographically where she feels more
Mhm.
like that she can gather information, because I feel like it might be difficult to do like other countries with different languages, different cultures. Are you baking? Yes, I'm just like by baking. I made pasta. And I'm just baking it to make it sort of like solid and not like slop. Happy Sunday, Bea! Are you gonna be reading with us? Same with Magical Overthinking. Their come across a spark memoir too. Ooh, that's interesting. Actually, though, that's kind of like how she writes. Because I remember with
Mhm.
Cultish, she also like put in her own experience of almost being inducted into a cult
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing. I think it was Scientology or something like that. I'm reading A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair, and if I get bored, I'm going to be listening to All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. I have been like holding off on Mariana Zapata just because of that whole quote about like the Filipino food thing. But if ever I'm gonna read anything by her, it's gonna be this book, because every single person that I know that have read this book loved it so much and said that it's like the best slow burn romance novel. And I'm like, I wanna see what I'm missing out on. So
yeah.
I might be just reading that. And I think it's like a single dad romance too. Something like that. Yeah. Okay, I feel like we've covered all of our Dear Aaron by Mariana Zacanto. And so yeah, that was the one. But I feel like I'm also wasn't being fair because I didn't read
Mm.
the entire portion where it's taken from. So maybe it's more of like this character has that
It's
sort of like
supposed to.
aversion. Yeah, it's supposed like I haven't really properly looked into it. I just decided to not read it. But yeah, so if I'm gonna read anything, it's just gonna be all roads lead here. I did ask that one. That's fair. Okay, I'm gonna go on to our sprints. So I have a rainy, thunderstormy ASMR because it's stormy here, so you could
I'll
all
have double rainstorms.
so you could all get an hour level in terms of the weather. So we're gonna do 30 minutes of our reading and 8 minutes later of break or like chatting. So yeah, I'm gonna start the first reading sprint so you can get a lot of
Yes.
reading done. We've got goal pages to try and achieve today. So yeah, happy reading everyone. We'll see you in half an
Ready.
hour. Bye. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the sprint. How was the first reading sprint?
That owl jump scare though.
Was that an owl? I think it was. I think it was a cricket. I'm not sure what
Ah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah,
selected.
the cricket sounds.
How was your sprint?
I was able to read 20 pages, so close to my goal. So like 4 or 5 more sprints, then I'll be good.
Yeah.
How about
Well,
you?
I made it to page 62. I started the chapter back, so I think I started at page 37 or something like that.
Mm,
So now I'm page 62, and I'm feeling a lot better about this book right now. I feel like it was really just the wrong time for me to read it back then because I was still I had just read Normal People and I didn't like it at that point in time. And then this is kind of similar. It's also like I think it's second person, where they say you do the you blah 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 blah. It
mm,
uses you a lot. I think that's second person if I'm not mistaken. So it feels like you need to be in a certain mood to read it, and I feel like maybe I'm in the mood now because I'm really enjoying it so far. The writing is really good. There's so many things that I'm like highlighting just because it's like the words that they use are so good. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. How about everyone? How was your sprint? Elena needs to finish her Stephen King book. What are you reading? Which Stephen King are you reading? I have yet to read anything by Stephen King. I think I want to read the one with the date as the title. I forget which
which
one
one?
that is. The one with the date as the title. I think it's like 11. Ah,
Yeah, yeah, 11 something.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
just the
book.
dates, the pure dates.
Yeah.
It's a long one, a really long one.
Yeah, I know, but then I think I read the synopsis and I was really intrigued by it. But I can't remember anything right now. But when I read that back then, I was like, okay, I'm gonna read this book. But then it's been a while since that moment. But it's so intimidating. It's so long. Hi Vanessa, thank you for stopping by. I hope your video editing goes well. Yeah,
Hi,
excited to see what
Vanessa.
video you come up with. Sai is on page 73 now. Excited for the characters to do a heist. Ooh, didn't know that this was a heisty type of fantasy. You're reading the fantasy book, right? The Eliza Bonnin one. Stolen City, yeah. The city of. I'm just reading the description right now. Oh, stealing magical artifacts. Ah, yeah, very heisty. Well, how are you liking it? Is it Is the writing style good? Because I don't quite remember if you like the lovely something. What is that? So lovely, dark and deep. I don't quite remember if you like that one.
Which one?
Lovely, dark and deep for
Ah, yeah,
Sai.
yeah, yeah, that one.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if the writing
I
style
get
is the
it.
same. Is that also YA? Let me actually
I
check.
think it is YA.
YA fantasy as well and queer. Okay. I love the cover of this one. Is that blood? What is this? Filipino American girl replaces probationary student. Blah, blah,
Wait, have you
blah.
reviewed it, Sai? Not see here. I can only see Spence.
Maybe it was Pence. Maybe we're like mixing people up. But I have like for some reason I feel like
Yeah, I
I read
remember
it from the chat.
Sai.
Hello Louise. Started another
Hi,
book last night.
Louie.
Strong punches a hole in the sky by Kwame
Oh,
Mbaya. I'm currently
a
at page
middle.
50.
Is this a middle grade one?
Tristan Strong. Tristan Strong punches a hole in the sky. What an interesting title. Yes, it's middle grade.
Yeah, it
It's
is the
a
MG
fantasy.
I was thinking of. Because
Oh,
it's
it's Rick Riordan, I
yes, that's why it was
guess.
familiar. Like
Is it like his publishing house or something like that? Or his imprint? Or he's just like part of the team that I guess edited it or something.
I think it's an imprint. print, like his
imprint.
own publishing, his own
Yeah.
publishing.
Interesting.
So Louis, you were able to finish what do you call this? Cersei, because you were
Oh my
reading
goodness.
the last Friday.
Yeah, and I remember I didn't like it that much. RRP is different.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Rick Riordan presents.
Yes, the blurb mentions heist as its core. The fantasy is fantasying. I'm intrigued with the politics in this one too, since they must pick up after an occupation. Okay, I love politics in books. I love books with a good political intrigue and a heist too. I might need to find a way to get that book. Is that on Libby? Let me just check. Or
It
is it?
is. All three are on Libby. I was just, but Lovely Dark and Deep is on like Notify. Like it's not there yet
Mm,
because it's
oh
gonna be
yeah, because
published
it's
March.
next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, let me just add it to my city. Huwag na natin pag-usapan ng series. Does that mean you're not gonna read any Madeline Miller from now on? Because I think is most of her books are retelling, right? Madeline Miller. Wait, why can't I find her? Is her name Madeline? Am I making that up or no? Madeline. Okay, I just made it wrong spelling. So Cersei, Song of Achilles, Galatea. Oh yeah, she only has 3 books, so they're all Greek mythology retelling. Lovely Dark and Deep will publish March 2025. Katen and I signed up for Lisa's Street Team. Ooh, excited to see what you guys are gonna do for this book leading up to the publishing. Oh no, worst reading experience, worst book ever.
I think it's
Oh
a good thing that I
no.
read Cersei first before reading Song of Achilles because if it's the other way around, I would have been like way more
Wait,
disappointed.
wait, what are your thoughts like comparing the two? Which one is better for you, Marna?
I was talking to Louis about this. Like, I haven't even finished Song of Achilles yet, but I know it's gonna be a good one. But Cersei,
Mm.
it's more of like also character study. Like, really, nothing much happens. Like, just vibes, just vibes. But I think it does talk about her struggles as like I know there's a conversation there about like being a woman and
Mm.
like you're in this kind of I'm not gonna say field, but like you're surrounded by demigods, by gods, and like in whatever you do, someone is watching.
Yeah. Well, I like Song of Achilles, so maybe at some point in the
Mm.
future I'm gonna check out seriously. But yes, that is our yap timer. I Did you hear the bell, or just was it just me?
Yes, I heard it.
Okay, okay. So I am gonna go back. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna go back to our sprints for the second reading sprint. Happy reading, everyone. Hello, everyone. How was that second reading sprint?
Hello.
I think I made it to page 82. I also ate dinner and finished up the rest of my meal prep. How about you?
Ooh,
How was your
productive
sprint?
sprint number 2 for you. I
Yeah.
got to
Definitely.
page. Happy to report 245.
Oh, I think you can make your goal
Yeah,
quickly.
I think so. So things
How?
are starting to pick up finally.
Hmm. I thought you were gonna say more. It's like, oh, let's see. I heard Alicia's book mostly for his fans. Okay, so I did also see Lovely, Dark and Deep. I think from an Instagram post of Sprint. Sprint number two. Time to have dinner. Oh, everyone's having dinner. I hope you guys have a great dinner. Like, instead na magbasa. Oops. All good. It's like cozy, relaxing, rest is productive kind of sprints. Boring nung Flash of Darkness. Makakatulog lang ako. Oh no. Are you gonna be soft DNFing it, or are you just gonna continue it, when it's not nighttime and you won't fall asleep while reading it? Welcome back, Kat. You also had your dinner, right? Everyone's having dinner. Well,
Uh,
what are
I
you?
want
Are,
milk.
what? You want milk? Is that what
I
you
kind of
said?
want milk.
Ew.
Like just
Ew.
sipping while reading.
Ugh, I can't. I think so far with open
Mm.
water, it's really it's very lyrical. So it's kind of it feels like a stream of consciousness type of writing. So I feel like while I was reading, I was kind of getting lost in some of the parts because it jumps from like things happening in the present, things that the main character is thinking
Mm.
about. Especially they're both like black, so they're
Mm.
thinking a lot about like all of the um like the injustice that black people experience day to day. So
Mm.
I kind of get a little bit lost. I feel like I need to focus a little bit. So while I was eating, I was like, oh, what was I reading again? So I feel like maybe this is the kind of book that I need to like focus on, especially because the writing style and the POV is kind of like not usual.
As in,
Can
it's
you
not
hear?
me who's.
It uses you a lot. So it says you blah 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 blah. Ah, she said blah blah blah, and then you you
Yeah, yeah,
you go
yeah.
to her house blah blah blah. So so easy to get lost because you don't get a reminder of like who's knocking and whatnot. What are you reading again, Pam? I'm reading Open Water by Caleb Azuma Nelson. I want to say. Let me just double check. Cover. Yeah, Caleb Azuma Nelson. Hold on, let me just one second.
I saw that Open Water is pretty short because I've been eyeing this book like
Okay, I'm
since it
back.
got. I was saying that I was eyeing this book since it got nominated like years ago,
Mm,
and
I
it's
think
pretty
it's
short. It's a
about
novella, so I feel
yeah. I
like you
think
could finish this
it's
tonight.
no pressure. Well, I think I can. It's 152 pages, and I'm on
Yeah,
page 82. So I have about 70 pages left, which feels doable with
yeah, yeah. It
our
is
sprint
just like
setup.
how my goal is
Yeah.
also doable.
I was actually thinking of starting priority for this read because
Mm.
that's also part of my 12 Rex 12 Friends, and I feel like I need to start that with the reading spread so that I could really like get over the intimidation. intimidating like size of that book. But then I was already in the middle of this one, so I'm like, I'm just gonna finish this first, so I can like finish books because I feel like I've been so bad at finishing books lately. Ate dinner, but we'll join the next sprint. Have a good dinner, Sai. I want to read that too. It's really good. I've highlighted so much. The writing is it's very it's very emotional style of writing, but the words are so beautifully like written as well. So the kind of writing where you like save it and then maybe use the quote for something because it's just really good. Then there was a novella. Yeah, it's pretty short. I think her Caleb is someone else's other book is also a novella, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure if let me just check if he has written anything else that's not a novella. Yeah, Small Worlds is also written by the same author, and this one is 258, so a bit longer, but still on the shorter side. Yeah, I think this author mostly writes novellas. They don't have like a full length novel just yet. Interesting. Oh, we heard that. Yeah, I'll let you guys know. I think I can finish it towards the end of our spread.
Yeah, you should be able to finish it because you read fast.
Yeah, but I've been in a bit of a slump ish.
I feel
As
like we could
aside
even
from,
do sprint number 5. So we could read a
I
lot.
think so. Yeah,
Mm,
I think so. I think on time wise, I think we're doing pretty good.
yeah.
I'm gonna get the sprint number 5. Wait, I need to charge my laptop. Hold on.
Second story. Let me check if I've been. How far I
I
was
I'm
in
starting on the second story
C4
and seeking horror.
before I
All of
stopped.
them are like horror stories, right?
They're not horrific. Like I
But
read the first one. It's more of like um this apocalyptic post-apocalyptic
mm,
setting with
okay.
zombies. Ah, you are in the second story, and that's where I stopped. I stopped at the second story.
Are you like reading it one story at a time, or?
Like, I think I was just distracted by other books. Like, I
Ah,
was supposed to read it, but I saw Akdang Pinoy's announcement. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna continue reading it and just put off reading it till November.
you start. I thought you started it during the month.
Ah, no. I started it like October, early October.
Mm. I did not read for the second sprint. I'm reading. Oops, why won't it show? Click there you go. I
Ooh.
did not read for the second sprint. I'm working a small project that is nostalgic for me. It's all good. I think that's also like part of the
Yeah,
whole
the point.
productive sprints. As long as you do anything, yeah, it's just like taking some focused time and doing whatever it is that you want to do. You're all good. And with that alarm, we should go to our
Third.
third sprint so we could all finish our goals for today. Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
Hello. How was the
It
third reading sprint for
was
you?
quick. That was quick.
Oh, does
I
that
got
mean that you are enjoying what you're reading?
more of like, well, I was in the zone when I was reading it.
Mm.
I got to page 241,
Oh,
261. 261. So,
almost there.
yes.
Two more
Should my
sprints
next go
and
be 200? No,
maybe,
no, no. I
maybe.
think 295 is a decent goal.
Is
How
that like
about
the end of the
you?
chapter or something?
I think it's more of like how did I even decide on the page? I was looking at the I was looking at the total number of pages. So it's like
Uh,
363. I was like, okay, I think I can read roughly like 60 or 70
mm.
pages in like a work day.
For me, I made it to page 112, which is 74%. And it's really reminding me of normal people in the way that you've got these two people who are in each other's. Have you read Normal People?
No, I
But
haven't read the
generally, it's just
summary.
like two people who are in each other's orbit, and they're kind of very tentative, or like they're hesitating about what they feel because of what some factors in their lives, and we're kind of like exploring those different factors. So it's very similar in that sense, but obviously this one has the added layer of them being black and how their blackness is always going to be like in this is in London, I believe, yeah. Well, in any case, in this day and age, the fact that their blackness still kind of like affects how they can live their lives is like a big part of this book, was actually quite interesting. There's also a lot of like references to black artists, musicians, and just black people in the creative scene. And I've been like googling like whenever they mention like I was looking at this painting by this painter, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna search that, and they're all like real people. So yeah, it's really interesting read. Definitely on the like sad side, like very melancholic type of writing. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. A lot more than when I first started reading it. Hi, Ankechi. I don't think you're still here, but
Hi,
thank you for dropping
Kachi.
by. Say hi. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, and I also need to catch one of your sprints. I think I saw a couple. Finished a second story, and it was enjoyable but not scary. It was a fantasy quest rather than a horror story. So that's
Mm,
actually interesting. I'm not sure. Is there like a theme? I haven't really checked CK horror, but is there like a theme to this collection of stories, or is it just like essentially, I guess, an exploration of horror as a genre?
if I remember, well, the second story has like tikbalangs and creatures and
Mm.
stuff. So that's just
So
the
like
second story.
folklore creature.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of a lot of things, but they're all Filipino.
Okay. Science 110 over 202 managed to finish part 1. Exciting because they're planning to execute the plan. Do they go through their whole like how they're planning their heist? Because that is one of my favorite parts of a heist novel, is them trying to figure out how they're going to do said heist, not just randomly planning it over Google Docs and stuff.
Mm.
Pam, wait, Pam.
I haven't
I kind of
yet.
had
Oh
like,
my
wait.
gosh. I haven't yet because like after my sprints, I was like I went to bed and put
Mhm.
ASMR on and I passed out. So I promise
Wait,
I'll watch it. It's a music
what is
video
the
of
context of this question?
we were briefly talking about P-pop because like Louis is very into P-pop
Mm,
And I was like telling him
Mm.
that the last P-pop group I listened to was Alamat because their songs are really good.
Mm.
Their MVs are really good. So he recommended this song, and I was like, I put it on YouTube, but I
You
fell
forgot to
asleep.
play it.
Yeah, I forgot to.
Elena
Dark
finished reading The Dark
Tower.
Tower 7. The
Ooh.
Dark Tower 7? By Stephen King. Wait,
5.7.
5.75? Wait,
More than perfect.
are you doing like over 10, or is this like meant to be 3.75, or is it like
4.
it's so good that it's more than 5 stars, but it's not super good and it's not 6 stars? I'm confused. Please enlighten us. I won't say a word because it's kind of integral to how a partner will start. Oh, okay. That is fair. Very fair. But yeah, I'm very interested now about this book. I don't think I've read a heist novel written by a Filipino author, because the one that I thought that was a heist novel was just The Quiet Ones by Glenn Diaz is not a heist novel.
Mm.
Um, so I was kind of, I need a heist novel because I really love heist stories. I shamelessly plugged the song because I stand the group. That's fair. I'm glad that there's like a lot of support for our P-pop groups. I thought of the same. It feels like a compilation of various stories in the horror genre, but based on the Filipino culture. Yeah, because it's mostly just exploration of the genre, just making sure everything is very Filipino. Wait, is there a story set in Sigihor?
I am not sure. I am not sure. Because, like, it didn't even sink in that. Wait. I think there is. There is.
Oh,
Because, like,
okay.
at the blurb, so they were talking about, like, the different stories. A brothel in Poblacion offers an expecting
Mm,
father pleasures he cannot resist. And in the titular story, an American unwittingly purchases a mail order bride from the mystical island of Sikihor. There
okay.
is gonna be a story there.
Actually, I don't even know. I mean, I hope it kind of goes into it, but I don't even know why Sikihor has that sort of reputation. Like, I know that. I mean, I've just heard it from either my grandparents or my mother, my
Mhm.
father, my friends, but I don't really know why. I know that there's like a big balete tree over there. Maybe that's why. But I don't know. Maybe that's something interesting to look up.
I think
One
it's
thing I
mostly
noticed
because of
is
like how do you even translate it in English? Like mangkukulam in
like
English. Like
witches.
witches? Witches?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there are local practicing
Yeah.
witches and from Sikihor. Like they have the culture there. So
Yeah,
that's
because
interesting.
is Capiz in Sikihor? Because Capiz
Is
is known for witches, right?
Why
Like
am I thinking that's like sorry? I,
that's so near.
I think I'm making that up.
Wait, let me Google. Where is Capiz? Capiz is in wait, the province of Capiz. Ah, they're both in Visayas. They're both in Visayas.
Oh, okay. It's like a
But
completely different
is
place.
it is Siquijor also Western Visayas? Siquijor, Central Visayas. Okay. This is why I suck at
Okay.
geography. I did not like geography. I
Okay.
get
Well, I think we need to read more. So we can, well, that's I'm very curious about it. I think I'm gonna Google that later. Okay, I am going to start our fourth reading sprint, and I'll get to the remaining comments after we do a half hour of reading again.
yes.
Happy reading! Hello. How was the fourth reading sprint?
Hello, hello. It was good. It was productive. I
How
got the
far
page
along did you?
1,
Page what?
281.
Oh, so
Oh
you're
wait,
definitely gonna
282. 282.
you're
And it got
definitely going
juicy
to
when the alarm sounded off. Like,
that's why you
I was
were like
already,
hesitating to stop.
I was already at the part where Marina is talking about Atasha and Dennis
Mm,
in the Dubai
mm,
thing. So I was
mm.
like, it's literally in the page. I'm like,
Wait,
no,
let me get
good.
my book. I think I wrote something about that. I think I annotated that part. Wait, 282, right?
282.
Yeah, I did write something on there. I finished my book, which is finally after I checked Storygraph. And when did I start reading this book? Over the
Wait, how far?
Water.
Wait, did you finish?
Yes, I finished my book. So I think I started this in July and I finished it now. So that is another one for my 12 rank challenge. I think in the next sprint, um I wanna check reviews because it feels like such a it's the kind of book where there's gonna be a lot of discussion, and I kind of want to see what other people think now that I finished reading the book. How about everyone? How was your reading sprint? We're gonna have one more sprint,
Hmm.
so if anyone else is still, we're reading books or looking to finish a certain goal tab, we're gonna have one more. Bea says, ang bilis naman ng semi-scene na binabasa ko. The semi-scene is so fast in what I'm reading, is what she's saying. Wait, you're reading? What is it you're reading again? Because you mentioned that the one that you were reading was a bit boring. Are you still reading the same thing, A Touch
A
of
touch of
Darkness,
darkness, maybe.
or are you switching to did you switch to a different book?
Different
I listen to
romance.
P-pop too. Oh yeah, by the way, earlier
Yes,
I
and
mixed it up
the
with Kappas, and then Pam. Remember that Kat also listens to P-pop,
yeah.
and we both need to go back to school and learn our geography. Listen to Bebop. Favorite
Mm.
are Alamat or by Alamat
Oh,
and JB.
G22, kind of an earlier
Oh,
group,
so
a
many
girl group.
groups. Oh my gosh, I know of Alamat and Beanie, obviously, but there's so many groups that I
Yeah, Alamat
haven't
is
even
good.
heard
They're
of.
really good. I love them. I
Thanks
met
for
one of
spread,
them
Elaine.
somewhere, and he's so
Oh,
nice.
are they like I've only listened to one song. I think are they more like a band or just pop?
They have non-pop songs, like slow songs, but generally pop.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Generally pop songs.
Mm, pop. Okay. Elena says, thanks for spending time. Are you gonna be leaving? If so, thank you for hanging out with us today. Hopefully, you got a bunch of reading done or whatever it is that you wanted to do. Glad we were able to see you again in today's sprint. Congrats on finishing your book. Yes, I know it's been. When did I last finish a book? Hold on, I'm checking because I feel like I haven't been reading every day. That's
Mm.
which is kind of weird for me recently. Yeah, the last book that I finished was on the 14th. When I did my series read alongs, I finished Clockwork Angel.
Mm.
So, but I feel like that's kind of not included because I started that like 2 weeks ago. So I feel like it's been a while since I've actually read. Like, I only read that day, the day for my series read along. I'm back. Finished 17 pages so far, one chapter. Now 169 over 220. Almost done. I feel like you could get pretty
Yeah.
close to 200 in the next
Next.
reading sprint and the final
Yes.
sprint. You're still reading A Touch of Darkness. Okay. So is it not looking like a time to read for you? I
And
feel
you're
like
not gonna
you,
DNF it?
yeah, I feel like you haven't been enjoying it. Grabe. I finished the third story and now that's scary but eerie and weird. Kind of reminds me of Lucia
Hmm.
Dreaming. I need to read Lucia Dreaming, but I feel like I missed the perfect like month to read it in because wasn't able to read much in October. But I don't know, maybe when there's like a some like the Halloween readathons and stuff. So, I listened to Beanie and G22. Attended Beanie's concert. Yeah, I know.
Ooh.
I saw a lot of photos from the
Yeah.
concert from my friends on Instagram. How was it? How was the concert? Did they? Is it in like Araneta or Moa? And I love. Sorry, sorry. I log off after this yap time because I have an early hour tomorrow. I need to catch up some sleep after yesterday. Well, that's fair. Thank you for joining us. Oh my gosh, I forgot to start the timer. I'm just gonna reduce it by I don't know 4 minutes maybe.
You didn't. You did.
I for, I forgot.
It's okay.
Okay, I made it 4 minutes. 4 minutes. I listen to SB19 every now and then, but Alamat's music is just so good. They have an upcoming album. I need to listen more to Alamat music. I've just listened to one, I think, and I
Wait.
haven't like
Let me
really
check which
dived
ones
into it.
the ones I like. I know Day
Wait, let
and
me see
Night.
what I.
Really good. Um, there's one that
Oh,
starts with an M. Maharani. I think maybe Maharani is the one that you listen to.
is that their most famous?
One of their most
Uh,
famous. It's the one that popped off on TikTok as well.
uh, I don't remember the title, so I have to listen to this later and see which one I actually listened to. More Kaharutan. Yes, name for the last print. Yay. Oh yes, please Lucia Dreaming. So heartwarming. Interesting. Classes called off tomorrow, so can stay
Ooh.
late and read more. Those were the days when class suspensions matter to me. I know Beanie because of the trending sounds on TikTok. That's fair. Like so many artists get really noticed when their music pops up
Yeah.
on TikTok. Maharani, I think is their most popular. It's pretty good. Maybe that is what I've listened to. Do catch up and sleep and hope we have a good weather tomorrow. Fingers crossed that it's just the kind of rain that makes everything cooler but doesn't drown us, essentially. Staying for the last sprint. Pasulong and Isa Puso albums are 10 out of 10, but Maharani is one of my favorites. Sige, so I'm gonna listen to this later. After this, or maybe during the sprint, I'm gonna listen to it. Depends on
It's
the
the
time.
background noise. It's
Yeah.
the background music.
I've been productive for my SL.
SL isn't
Wait,
sick
SL isn't
leave.
sick
You're sick
leave?
leave. You're sick again.
Or is it still
Wait,
your foot?
so
Is it
most of
still
you on
bothering you?
crutches. Are you okay?
I enjoyed all the stories of CKR, so diverse. Staying for the last sprint. So, yay, we have a couple of people staying for the last sprint, which should be starting pretty soon in 30 seconds, according to the yap timer that we have. But yeah, I'm gonna listen to Alamat in the next sprint. Bay, are you okay? Is this still the same foot that you injured like when you were on vacation? Does it have a fracture? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's a
So
fracture. Yeah, I
when you
feel
did the
that.
last set of sprints, we were there.
Yay, Shannon is also staying for the last sprint, which
Yay!
I guess that's a good segue to the last sprint. So final sprint now, still 30 minutes, and let's do a final push to get lots of reading done. See
Yes.
you in half an hour. Hello, welcome back from the last sprint. How was it? Did you reach your goal page?
Yes, I did. I got to page 302. 302. So
Oh,
I'm like, okay, maybe I should keep this going after the sprint.
yeah, you
Like
have like
yesterday,
60 pages left or something like that.
yeah. How about you?
I
Did you read something else or?
no, I watched a couple of reviews on Open Water and also listened to a little bit of Alamat. And I do think that it's Maharani that I know just because probably
Mm,
TikTok. But I didn't
yeah,
realize that they sang in different Filipino languages.
yeah,
I didn't realize
because they
that.
come from different places. They come from different
Yeah.
provinces, as in
I
like
had
each of the members.
I had Nico translate like, is this Bisaya? Because he is from Cebu and
Yeah,
Pampanga.
yeah,
So he can speak Bisaya. So it's like, yeah, that's Bisaya. And he was like, oh, there's a Kapampangan member. He's very proud of it. And I'm like,
yeah.
okay. That's pretty cool. So I might check out like, I only listen to like three, like partially three songs.
Mm.
Then I'm gonna check out the other
Yeah, because like
songs
even
as
the
well.
rap parts in different songs are in in different
Yeah,
languages and
yeah,
dialects.
pretty cool. Where are we? I think we're talking about Bea's foot, not in a creepy way, in a concerned way. It's not swelling anymore. Great, that's good to hear. Hope we feel better soon. And Cat finished fourth and fifth story. The fifth one was one page. Fourth one was probably my favorite. How many stories are there? I don't have my copy, so I can't reference. But are there like lots of stories? It's a
The
pretty
fifth
thin
one was
book.
one page for the.
I finished 20. Less bruising too. Looks like less looking like a zombie. 20 pages, yeah. Not 20 books. I knew that. I'm done with a touch of darkness, thank God. Well,
That's why it
you're
didn't be
so
enough.
good that you pushed through. So, what is your? I'm not sure if you do ratings, but what is your rating? And do you recommend the book? It doesn't sound like you recommend it because it feels like you're glad that you're done reading it. 10 stories, okay. Oh, I finished my little project. Yay! Look at us being all productive.
This love that for you,
Napabagal.
Shami.
Napabagal this for a romance.
So many feelings.
No, but 3 stars. 3 stars is well. I'm not
Not
sure
so
about
bad. Yeah,
your
yeah,
scale, but for me, 3 stars is a like a decent book.
yeah,
Not
yeah, yeah.
bad.
It's a decent
Not
one.
like well, yeah. For me, I'm not sure like how other people do their ratings because I feel like sometimes when you say like a book, I'm giving this 3 stars. Some people feel like, oh, why rating it so low? Blah blah blah. Like anything below
Mm.
4 seems like very low for some people, but for me, it's a book that I would recommend. I feel like some people
Yeah,
would
yeah,
probably enjoy it more than me, but it's just not like the best book for me. That's at least how I view 3 stars. Good, but not worth the hype. That's fair. Productive night with you two and everyone. We're watching K-pop 80s specifically because I have a new
the
album, and
comeback.
then I'll be off to sleep. Yes, living the span life after the sprint. Neon Gods by
Oh,
Katie
I've
Roberts
been
is better
looking at
for
this before.
Hades
Neon
Persephone retelling.
Gods.
So A Touch of Darkness is a Hades Persephone retelling. I wasn't
Retelling.
able to catch more Harrot. That's her favorite takeaway from that book. Most parts really dragged on it. That's fair. Well, looks like everyone had a really good reading night, and we all kind of finished our book, finished our goals, finished our project, and everything. So, very proud of us. With that, that is pretty much like the end of our sprint today. And the next sprint is gonna be, we're not quite sure yet, but we're workshopping it, but it's gonna be on Pam Shenanigan's channel. It's probably gonna be same time, just the date
Mm-hmm.
is still tentative. And then we are going to post that most likely on Instagram, like a couple of days before or the day of. So make sure you're following us on Instagram as well. I think the links are in the description. I'm not 100% sure. But I feel like you guys were all like, like at least the people in the chat, I feel like we all follow each other anyway. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. If you want more sprints in the middle of the week, I'm doing my series read along sprints on Tuesday. I think I set it for like 8 p.m. Manila this time. So it's pretty late. But hopefully, if you guys want to read on Tuesday night, you can join as well. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining in. Let me just go through the last
Thank
couple
you,
of.
everyone, for
Thank
joining.
you. I'll be quickly listening to Alamat. Yes. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Shanna. Thank you, Tita D. And thank you, Bea. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.